3 of them are each around 1,000 foot. The one I'm going to show right here, getting rebaited, is around 2,000 foot. Alright, getting ready to go ahead and load all the trot lines into the boat. And I'm ready to roll here. Got me gloves, little copper gloves, little copper arm thing from all these crabs I'm going to be dipping. What happened last time was I got freaking tennis elbow. So I got my little compression thing on my elbow, and I got a little strap right there. It's not a medical strap, it's some strap I made, but it works okay. Almost forgot to mention, I have on my Sequay water shoes, but the other pair, because I got quite a few pairs of water shoes from them. I need to start remembering to put the freaking Amazon affiliate links in the description for all this stuff, but the main thing I'm worried about people getting on their people doing is using those freaking zipper bait bags because it's so freaking quick. that's what I want people to do. But if I remember, I'll put the Amazon affiliate links for all this other stuff somewhere in the description. Alright, we got a little bit of rain last night, but thankfully it doesn't look anywhere near enough to have muddied up the water, because when you get a real heavy rain, it'll muddy up the water, it'll drop the salinity content of the water, it'll lower the temperature of the water, and therefore it'll really mess up crabs. Like if you were knocking the crap out of crabs and you get a big heavy rain, everything freaking changes. You know, sometimes they'll come back in wherever it was you were catching them prior to the rain, but generally they just kind of, it seems to me like just everything changes. So it's almost like this whole freaking trotline crabbing thing is contingent on the areas in between heavy rains. Like it's almost like you're in this world one week, it rains its butt off, and the whole crabbing world's different the next week. People are like, ugh, why is she showing people how to crab? Ugh. What the heck do I or anyone else have to gain from all these novice people going out there and trying to trot line and winding up getting hurt because they don't have basic understanding of what the heck's going on? You know, I did all that already for you. So you just watch my videos and I'll be like, oh, yep. You know, and I explain a lot about all the experience and the problems that I've had in my life, learning how to do this without a YouTube video. Like, you know, I wish I'd have had one. I didn't have one. You know, of course, I learned from people, but, you know, you can only learn so much crabbing with another person. But really, that is extremely important, in my opinion, is to go out crabbing with, you know, another commercial crabber or regular crab, or even just regular crabbing is freaking hard, you know, prior to really trying to do this by yourself. Oh, and not to mention, I've got patents. I've got a YouTube channel. It's my business to do what I'm doing right now. Like, that's how I generate income for myself. Like, all this whole thing that you're seeing before you, which is the crab show, you know, it didn't just happen. You know, like, it took a lot of time and thinking and planning for all this to come to fruition. Alright, so last trip I did not have a depth finder. This trip it'd be nice to have one, especially the way I crab. Alright, good. See, it says transducer not connected and it goes into simulation. But if I turn it off and then turn it on again, for whatever reason, Dun, 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 the transducer's connected. So a lot of times you turn something off and turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on again, it'll fix it. So basically, I'm getting ready to roll out here, and in closing to everything that I previously said, DMV MYOB. Why don't you worry about something that you've been doing for your whole entire life? Like, you talk about how you're a foodie. I don't know. I mean, it's incredible. You know, there's just so many freaking people. All they do is run around and run their mouths about things that they don't even know the first thing about. And why they do it, I don't know. I don't freaking do it. I think it's something that a lot of people picked up somewhere along the line in school or something, like this weird pessimistic worldview that they're using to, I don't know, like manipulate society. I don't freaking know, but I know I'm getting sick of it. All right, I got 2 lines in the water, a long one and one of my short ones. I'm gonna go ahead and do something I typically don't do because I couldn't get it anywhere. When I used to crab here 20 years ago, there was plenty of room, but there's just not anymore. It's it's crazy. Like, it was me and one guy. We had this whole freaking area to ourselves, and like all the lays I used to use, you know, it's not like I was showing them to anybody, but I mean, they're all taken, so I had to like just guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and I mean, all the good lays I used to lay, all taken. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and check these 2 lines I just put in and try and figure out what the heck's going on. Hopefully there's something over here. Alright, my freaking engine turned right off. Super scared. And the primer bulb wasn't getting no fuel. I could feel it didn't have any you know, it didn't have any compression. So I just cut it and put it direct right into the I just cut it right off there and put it direct right into the top. And she primed and fired right up. So I need a new hose, I guess, or just a new primer bulb. I don't know. Probably get a new hose. That hose, it's got a little bit of age on it. All right, I've got everything in the water. You know, I ran that one long line once and caught 2 just incredible crabs, real good crabs. I'm gonna go ahead and run them all and figure out which one's doing best, and then go and get some footage of me dipping these monster crabs off of whichever line's doing the best. I got everything. I feel like everything's at around 6 foot. I feel like the crabs are gonna be around 6 foot. All right, I'm tickled. That the first or the second line I laid out, I just ran it for the first time. 8 beautiful crabs, which in comparison to where I was crabbing last week, each one of these equals 2 of those crabs. So you're talking like 16 crabs on that one freaking line. That one, it's one of my short ones. So I'm tickled. I'm getting ready to hop on this long one thing for the second time and then go run the other 2 short ones that I haven't run yet. Ran the long one for the second time, caught 6 on it that time. Caught 2 of them in 17 foot. I had one end real deep just to see, and there was a couple out there. Looks like I'm hitting them between 5 and 8, and I caught those 2 right at 17. It was going from 17 to 18. So, I mean, I might actually, like, not starve today. Like, this is not too bad. I might actually be able to make money off of the crabs and not just the zipper bait bags in the video for making this video. So that's good. That's very good. I've still got 2 lines I have not even run yet. So I would go ahead and hop on those, see how they do. Like, I'm feeling pretty optimistic right now. Alright, it's blowing a little bit and I'm right out in the open. On my 3rd line, caught 6. Everything's staying pretty consistent. That guy right there, I mean, that guy is very good crab. Man, that's a good crab right there. So far, this has been my best line. I've run everything. I ran the long one twice. The first time I ran this one, it did pretty good. It's like 8 crabs on this short line. Three in a row. Same thing happened the first time I ran it too. 3 in a row right at that same spot. Hopefully that little tangle that just went by stays a tangle so it doesn't loosen my line up. I gotta go resetting anchors and all that fun stuff. Good run, especially for that little line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 that time. Alright, been at this a little bit more than an hour, and I got a nice half bushel of straight up and down, nicest crabs on the entire planet. Been at an hour. So, it's looking good. All the years I crabbed here, and this is seriously one of the best days I've had here, because these crabs are hard to get on the boat. They're big and there's not a whole lot of them, but thanks to all the freaking line I'm running, thanks to the system, thanks to the zip bags, I'm having one of my best days here ever. All right, that run that I just filmed, 10 absolutely gorgeous crabs on that one little short line. I mean, and literally these crabs are like 2 of what I was catching last week. Each one is worth 2 at least, like 2.5. They're so freaking, I mean, they're huge. Every single one of my lines, every single one of my lines, these are all new lays to me. 4 new lays that I've never laid before. Alright, I'm pretty tickled. I mean, it's kind of late. It's 9 o'clock, almost 8:45. I got my first bushel. Really good crab. Really good. Couldn't ask for better. I want to freaking keep some, but I don't do that. Alright, since I got that bushel, it's probably been like about a little bit over half an hour, and I already got another half bushel. So I almost got 2. Like, I thought I was doing like super phenomenal. I got thinking about it. I'm doing good the way crabs are right now, but I remember getting a bushel one here in this area, 710, 715, and ended up with 3 or 4. Never caught a lot of volume ever, but crabs are sought after, so I always did all right with just catch 2 bushel. I can do it. All right, looks to me, I haven't even looked at a tide chart, but it looks to me like the tide's all the way out. And the way they're biting is telling me that the tide is all the way out. So with this, with my outboard totally shutting off on me a couple times this morning, I've thought about it a little bit, and I think it's either this thing's messed up, the primer bulb, or this is clogged up somehow. The original thing that it's supposed to use to suck the gas out of there, it's one of those 2 pieces. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and replace both of them. They're both pretty easy to replace. So definitely can't have I got the freaking gas cap off. Who knows what get in there? I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of filters and everything else in the motor, but I don't want to go clogging filters up. I want my, nice, pretty new stuff to stay working good. I worked hard for it. All right, it's like 10:30, and I've got 2 baskets on here now. Throw a couple more on this one. You call it 2, and then I don't know. I might stick it out and see if I can't maybe get a 3rd. That'd be nice. All right, getting ready to go ahead and put the lid on this 2nd bushel today. If I don't hit my anchor or hit my trot line, I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. Alright, let's see if we can't get a 3rd bushel on here. I don't like that basket. That's an emergency basket. I don't like that one either. There we go. It's the beginning of the year. Pretty much all my baskets are emergency baskets, because they're always what I had left over from last year. But in this case, they're all from what I had left over from the year before last. Alright, I'll admit it. I did it. I tried to run my anchor line. We've been doing this for any amount of hours, you know what I'm talking about. That's got so many freaking lines all over the place, and it's busy and hectic, and yep, I decided I was going to go ahead and run my anchor line. I can't remember the last time I've done that. It's been, I don't even know. I know it's just because this freaking tennis elbow, I mean, that's a pretty, and it's bad tennis elbow. I mean, that's a pretty debilitating injury for a freaking dip net trotliner. But I've missed an unacceptable amount of crabs today, like a lot of money. My theory on that is that they do come back up as long as you don't like knock them with your net. That's just what I think. I don't know if it's true or not. Like, I don't think such a small thing as dropping off a line will really stop them from completely in their feed, you know. But yeah, it sucks. Like, not a good injury to have for a dip net troutline grabber. And what I ended up doing here is I just took that plastic bottle, cut it in half, and used some electric tape just so I don't get a whole bunch of freaking dirt and stuff going in that gas tank. I might have already talked about this, but if I didn't, I just did again. This injury's really slowed me down. I mean, how you supposed to dip crabs and you like barely lift your freaking arm up? It's not easy. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day. This has been my best line all day. Except for last time when I ran it, it didn't do so hot, so I figured since it's been my hot line all day, when I ran it this time, those ones that dropped off or whatever last time, I figured there'd be twice as many on it. Not quite, but it wasn't too horrible. Not for these crabs. I always like to clean my call basket out, or call box out, after every trout line run, because the more crabs you drop in there, the more difficult it is to get them apart. So you want to keep your, you know, your call box as low as possible. I actually have a depth finder on this trip. Last trip, I did not. And I'm not 100% sure if it was, I went ahead and just charged the battery up real good that I've run my depth finder off of, and also sprayed all the electronic connections with some electronics cleaner. I mean, you can grab that stuff. It's like a red white bottle. You usually get it at Walmart. That stuff, I mean, that stuff saved me a lot. That freaking electronics cleaner. All right, I've got a solid 2.5 bushel now. All right, I worked my butt off, but I ended up with 3 baskets, so not a bad day at all. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.